I heard a bunch of times that everybody's opinions matter. And I heard a bunch of times that dissent is encouraged and people are supposed to stray from the pack and have their opinions and voice those opinions. And I thought that was all well and good, but I also assumed that everybody says that. I've heard that in other interviews, and then when you start working there, ultimately the decisions end up coming from the top down. And that's okay. But when I actually started working at Princeton Mortgage, I realized that that wasn't just a whole bunch of fluff, that it wasn't just something that they said in the interview, and it became really apparent to me my first couple of weeks here when I was meeting with the CEO, another director of the company, and all of the support staff. And we're all around a round table, and Rich, the CEO, has a great idea, or so he says. And my thinking at the time was, of course it's a great idea, it's the CEO's idea, so everyone's going to agree with it. And everyone did. But that was too easy. So Rich automatically realized that people were agreeing just to agree, that they weren't really bought in. And he kind of put a pause on the meeting and said, look, I need somebody to play devil's advocate and tell me why this idea is not going to work. And that little trick, I'll call it, that he did, got one person to speak up, then another person, and all of a sudden there was an open dialogue that would not have been there if he didn't encourage somebody to just play devil's advocate, because we were all too scared or too intimidated or thought that it wasn't appropriate to tell the CEO why we didn't agree with his idea. And so that was super eye-opening to me, to just see that not only are people's ideas encouraged and people are encouraged to have opinions, but we almost force it from time to time. We want to know what you think, and if you don't agree, you have an obligation to tell people. And I think that's really powerful.